Okay, so what I did was I brought in one of my clips. So right now I am in my the main page on Davinci Resolve, and then I'm going to go to my edit page right there. I'm going to open a media pool, and that's like a little bit of a video that I shot the other day, and I'm just going to insert that clip in. I'm going to open up the clip a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my color page, and as you can see, there is already one node over there. Now this is what I do is before I go into Dehancer, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make 3 nodes. This is something that I just do. There's no rhyme or reason as to why I make 3 nodes. And the reason why I do 3 nodes is because the third node is going to be Dehancer, but node 1 and node 2 is more like backups. I just keep it there just in case if I want to do something differently. So in this case, I have one node right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do Alt S. So I'm going to open up 3 nodes. And the third node, I'm going to put Dehancer in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go search Dehancer, and I'm running Dehancer Pro 7.3.0. And I have it right there, and I'm going to move it to the third node. Now you notice in the image, it became like this kind of a green type of thing. I don't know why. Like whenever I load Dehancer in, it's like maybe it already has some kind of a default setting that it just does that. And I mean, of course, you know, I don't even know what that is. But what I do is I will go, like, let me just show you right now by just doing it on and off. So you see that that's my original footage right there. And when I turn on the Dehancer one, as you can see, it becomes a little bit greeny, right? Like Incredible Hulk, it becomes greeny a little bit. So what I do is I'm going to go into the Dehancer part, and I'm going to go all the way to the bottom by using my mouse wheel. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. And at the bottom, you see it says license info, check profiles, and disable all tools. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disable all tools. So when I do that, it resets all the different things, and it gives me back my empty original file. So just watch. When I click it, boom, it goes back. So that means everything that's there has been like disabled. So now I will go all the way to the top, and then I'm going to go one by one, and then I am going to click what I need and what I don't need. Please remember, just because everything is there doesn't mean you need to use everything. You have to be a little bit selective of how you want to do your thing. So let's go here, Kodak Vision 3 250. I'm going to enable that, and I am going to take Vision 3 and I'm going to bring it, let's say, to Porta 400. And now it looks a little bit different. Let me go again. 160 looks a little bit different. Supra, okay, that looks a little bit nice. Again, this is just for demo purpose only. Obviously, I'm not a color grading person. I will probably spend more time, but I just want to make this episode very short. Then I'm going to go into color head. I actually like color head because what happens is when I click color head and I hit enable, it allows me to have some different kind of color, and this is where I go into my blues, and I really, you know, have this really nice feel. You know, I just like it. Of course, I have to do a lot of work on it, but I'm just showing you over here like what I do. So I'm going to go back a little bit differently. Again, this is not the way to do it. I'm going to go to my shadow and tones. I'm going to do that over there. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Again, this is just for demo, okay? So please don't look at it and say, oh my God, this guy's so bad in color grading. You're probably right. But you know what? I do get it. If you can see all my other episodes and all my other videos, you see I do end up getting it. But this is just a demo. So I'm going to enable the film grain. I don't want to do film grain right now. Halation, bloom. I don't really go for halation so much, but I don't mind the bloom part because the bloom part just gives me the little bit of a glow effect. So if I click enable, and then there's a mask mode over here. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube, but when I click it, it shows me very faint, like where all my glow bloom thing looks like. And then I can adjust it over here by bringing it up and down accordingly. I like to be a little bit soft on things. I don't want it to be like in your face type of stuff. Film breadth, gate weave. I will enable gate weave. And actually, no, I don't want to do that. Lens zoom. No, nothing there. It's not enabled yet. So let's see. But if I enable it, it's going to show me all this film stock stuff, which is kind of nice. Super 16. It looks like that. I can zoom this in so that way it's more to the picture that, oh, there you go. I can do something like that. Okay. All right. So let's say pretend. Okay, let's just try a vignette. And the vignette I want to expose, bring it down a little bit. Aspect ratio. Okay, hold on. Size. Okay, and the feathering. All right, I'm just playing a little bit. Okay, so now let's assume like I spent so much time really making certain things, and this is the look that I came up with, and I'm satisfied with it. One function that I really like about, and this is actually a Davinci thing, is I could go over here, and then I can right click, and then I can do what is known as a grab still. Now what the grab still does, it grabs a still for me. I can, oh, there you go, gallery, and there's my grab still. And then you can see I have my power grade on, so I can take my still and I can put it into my power grade. And when I click my power grade, the still is right over there. Now the reason for this is because, let's say I spent like 2-3 hours setting up this entire look, and I want to be able to use this look on different projects. So instead of me going back to zero and fixing everything, I can actually, kind of like, I can open up a different project. And I'm sorry, this street noise is distracting me. So I can open up a different project, and I can just open up this Dehancer power grade, and I can just double click it and just bring me the whole setup once again. So I don't have to remember every single thing. Of course, you need to tweak it. So that's like one thing right there, which is really beneficial. That's not a Dehancer thing, that's a Davinci thing. So once I have it, I can, open up another project, open up another clip, and I can just use the same thing, which is kind of cool. When you get Dehancer, remember the license is only meant for what you are getting. That means if you get the license and you're using it for Davinci Resolve, you can't use the same Dehancer plugin for, let's say, Final Cut Pro or Premiere, for example. Yeah, it's a little bit limiting. That means if you have Davinci Resolve, you get the Davinci one, and then it works in Davinci. It's only, each license I think has two, it's called 2 seats. That means you can load it on 2 different computers, and then that's about it. You can't really load it on a 3rd computer or a 4th computer, or share it with somebody else or something of that sort. So there's a little bit of limitation. I'm not saying that that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just making you aware. So in case you end up buying it, I want you to know that you only get 2 license lifetime, and that's about it. But if you want a 3rd one, you'll have to pay all over again. And of course, if you have 2 machines, and some people do that, they have Davinci, because Davinci is a very big color grading program. So people have Davinci on one computer, and then they will have Final Cut Pro, maybe that's what they're using, on a different computer. So in that case, you can only get Dehancer for either the Final Cut Pro or the Davinci one. You can't get one that serves both. So that's something just to make note. Thank you guys. I will see you, of course, in my next episode. Bye. See you next time. I like using my Wacom. It's really cool. I don't have a color panel, so when you have the Wacom, it's very nice to control those really fine things. It's not very good in the editing page. For that, I have a speed editor, but this is good in the color page, because when I'm in the color, like, I can really use my pen and move the sliders a little bit more. I feel like I can go very minute details, and editing is all about details. Of course, it's the little things that really makes all the difference in the world. Thank you guys. See you. Bye bye.